Hello Aquarius, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com and this is a special bonus read for you. It's a biggest block reading, and so this is a general reading for all of you Aquarians. So it's not going to resonate with everybody, every Aquarian on the planet, of course, but for those of you that do resonate with this reading, if I'm talking about your biggest block and where it's come from and how to release it, then you're going to want more information on that. I'm going to do a deeper dive read to go with it just after I've recorded this reading. And so if you'd like to book in for that, if you are resonating with it, it's just $20, 20 Australian dollars for that, a written reading to go with this. And so that's about 15 American dollars. You'll see links popping up to book in for that deeper dive as we go through this reading. So Aquarius, the reason that I'm doing these bonus reads this weekend, the weekend that I'm publishing it, I've got a half price reading sale and it's on my biggest block readings. So if you do want a 3-page reading from me, private reading all about you, your specific blocks and how to get rid of it, much more detail than this, because of course this is a general reading. So it's about your biggest block, your biggest resistance, what's holding you back from what you really want in life. And where it came from, who taught it you, or what experience you had to give you that block, that pattern, or that belief that is causing it in the first place, and then more importantly, how to release it. With all that information, you're going to be able to release that block and move forward toward what you want in your life. And so let's do it, Aquarius. Or if you'd like to book in for one of those, they're 75 Australian dollars this weekend instead of 150, which is about 50 American dollars. So I'll pop a link for that up there. There's also a link in the description box for this video, and you can find it on my website, behealing.com, as well. So let's get into it, Aquarius. What is it? What's your biggest block, Aquarius? You've got release, guilt, and joy. So you feel guilty when you're being happy. Now, I just had a flash then, vision of a kid having lots of fun and then being told to calm down or told to stop. But you could be getting told it'll all end in tears. That's what I used to be told. When I was feeling joy when I was a kid, that's what my parents would tell me, it will end in tears. And it usually did as well. But there's someone in your childhood reacted to you when you're in joy. Maybe you're making a lot of noise. Kids tend to make a lot of noise when they're feeling joy. And you were put down for that in some way, or were told that it was a bad thing. And since then, it's made you feel guilty. Now, I just got another vision then. It was of someone. See, this is going to be specific to everyone, right? All different scenarios. But there was just a vision of a kid then, and there was somebody sick in the family, a grandparent or something in the house. And this kid's having a lot of fun, you, Aquarius, having a lot of fun, making a lot of noise or something, and then getting told off for that because of this sick person. It made you feel guilty. Yeah, there could be all kinds of scenarios, right, for this kind of thing, but someone has made you feel guilty as a kid for experiencing joy, and you've held on to this guilt ever since. And so when you experience joy, you want to limit yourself, you want to pull yourself back from it because it doesn't feel like it's safe for you to do that, safe for you to experience that joy. That's a block. So we went into a little bit of where it came from. I want to know more about where it came from, please, guides. Where did it come from? Oh, yeah, it's not going into where it came from. Sorry. So that's what it was. I already said what this block is from. It's a block to joy because you feel guilty, and it's come from your childhood. It's come from a time in your childhood when you experienced a lot of joy and somebody put you down for that, told you off for it, something like that. You'll surrender and find a new approach here. And so, yeah, to let it go, it's hard, isn't it? It's hard because we get programmed. Our minds get programmed when we're a kid, and it's very hard to know what's functional after that. You know, if we've had a pattern in place our whole lives, what do we change it to? Like, what is this new approach? And so what is the healthy approach? Like, how would you know? You can't see inside someone else to know what they're feeling when they feel joy. Do we all feel different things when we feel joy? Maybe you didn't even know that yours is mixed with guilt because you've never felt from inside of someone else before, you know? And so this approach, like the healthy approach to joy, you just don't know what it is because you've not felt it before. And so there's no way of finding that. I mean, I could explain to you what I feel when I feel joy, but words don't really cut it, do they? They don't give us that feeling. They don't give us that real internal approach because, of course, if I was to explain it with my words like I do in my readings, It's coming from my filters, my experiences in life. And yes, I've been through a lot in my life, which allows me to do readings for a lot of different people in a lot of different scenarios, because I've just had so many crappy experiences in life and had to heal myself from it. So that's kind of a good thing. But it's just through my filter still, isn't it? So to find this new approach, which is very much unknown to you, of how to let that joy in, requires you to surrender. So it requires you to give it up. It's like saying to the universe, I don't know how to even feel joy. I don't know if I'm even feeling joy. I'm letting myself feel joy. And just giving it up like that, surrendering it, handing it over to the universe, saying you don't know, because that's a request to feel joy. That's going to put you on that path to feeling joy, to releasing this block. It's important. It's a really important step, that to releasing this block, is to surrender it to the universe and realize you don't know. What if you don't know? What if you've never felt joy? What if what you think is joy is just like happiness, and you've not had this experience yet, you know? Maybe the experiences that you have pale in comparison to that, and you've got greater things ahead. It could be true, right? So surrender over to the universe. Say, well, maybe I've never experienced joy. Maybe I've always held myself back from it because of that programming I had as a kid. Yeah. And look at this. Important step to it too is forgive them and have compassion for them. Right. So why did they want to hold you back? Why did they want to squish your joy, Aquarius? Well, it's because they weren't feeling it too. They'd had the same programming. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it to you. If they were like joyful beings, they wouldn't have squished your joy. They wouldn't have told you off for it. They wouldn't have put you down for it. And so oh, that says completion. I read it as compassion. So forgive them and have compassion for them, because they got the same thing going on, right? They weren't allowing themselves joy. And so that's hard. That's hard for them. Yeah. And maybe you've done it to other people as well. Maybe you're just exactly the same as them now, squishing people's joy without realizing. I'm not saying you do it intentionally, and I don't think they did it intentionally too. And so forgive them. That person in your family, I feel like it was a family member. Forgive them and have compassion for them. Even though it says completion, there's compassion in the energy of it, and then it'll be completed. So if you're still holding a grudge because they did that to you, because they weren't perfect parents, maybe, you need to let that go. Oh, Aquarius, wow. This is really interesting. So this is what this block is leading to. If you're holding on to this block, Aquarius, it's actually stopping your abundance. You've got to go within and fear of lack here. It's stopping your abundance. And of course, we've got to feel good to allow abundance in. We've got to feel good, feel joy, feel happy, feel at peace with ourselves, feel self-love and all of those things. Feel love. We need that for abundance. It's the vibration of abundance, all of that stuff. And so you holding yourself back from joy without even realizing it because you feel guilty about it, and guilt attracts punishment, so you've been punishing yourself. Whenever you feel joy, you've been punishing yourself because you feel guilty about it, like something terrible is going to happen. Like someone's going to get sicker in the house because you're feeling joy. Something's going to go wrong because you're feeling joy. Your abundance is going to go downhill because you're feeling joy. Something like that. That this is the stories that you've been telling yourself with that block. You need to underwrite. That's not the right word, but that's the word that popped into my head. You need to reprogram that right over the top of that joy is going to cause lack. Joy is actually a high vibration, and it's going to lead you to abundance. And so you need to convince yourself of that in your energy body and actually feel that. That's going to be tricky. That's why you've got the go within card. So you're going to have to spend some time and energy on this to convince yourself the opposite is true. That when you raise your vibration into joy, you're going to attract more. Oh, it's so true. Abundance goes up when you feel really good about yourself, when you're feeling really good. Always. And self-love's the key for that, but you're not loving yourself if you're not letting yourself experience joy or happiness or love even. Right? That's why people's abundance goes through the roof when they fall in love. because of this very thing. You raise your vibration up and things get much, much better for you. And so it's actually causing your fear of lack. It's actually holding you away from abundance as well, not just joy. You're going to have to go within and sort that one out and feel it. So there you go, Aquarius. If this is resonating with you, you're going to want to get that deeper dive into it. I'll go into much more information about how to release it and what else it's affecting in your life and stuff like that too. So yeah, that's just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 Australian dollars. I'll pop a link for that up there for you to book that, and I'll send it right to you as soon as I see your email order. And if you would like a biggest block private reading with me, if you want one of those 3-page versions just for you, if this hasn't resonated with you perfectly kind of thing, then you can book in for one of those while it's half price this weekend. And there'll be a link around about there to book in for that. If you like this reading, please click like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. What did you get out of that? How does it resonate with you? And share it with your friends as well. If you think your friends could get benefit out of my readings too, I'd be very appreciative of that. Thank you very much. I hope you have an amazing weekend, Aquarius, and I will see you next time. Bye.